Greetings, fellow blasphemers. This is BearPaw72. Excuse my delay, but I have been rather busy as of late. It had also come to my attention that VenomFangX had cancelled his YouTube ministry due to apparent death threats, according to a farewell video he made in early to mid-July. However, his channel was left open, and a video called VenomFangX Forever was released July 21st. This may be a re-release because his account was once suspended and reinstated earlier this year. Moreover, the last time I checked his channel, the farewell video was gone. All of this had taken place between the release of video 2 of our Tales series and video 3, which you are watching now. Nevertheless, I will continue this series in due time and keep posted as to what happens. In video 2, we discussed how improbable, or even impossible, it would have been for the upper atmosphere to sustain a condensable water cloud equivalent to the amount of water needed to flood the entire land surface of the Earth, even if there ever was a seventh atmosphere. In video 3, I will discuss what I think would have needed to happen in order for such a ridiculously large cloud to have existed in the layer of atmosphere that is best suited for one, the troposphere. To begin, let's see how big a cloud would have to be in order to contain enough water to cover Mount Everest. Note that in my calculations, my measurement of how much water is contained in a certain size cloud may be wrong. So just take my result with a grain of salt, okay? Water at freezing level, 0 degrees Celsius, weighs 62.416 pounds per cubic foot. The hardest part for me was trying to find a source that could downright reveal how much space a cloud would occupy if it contained the equivalent weight of what water would otherwise weigh as a cubic foot of ice. But all I could easily find were tidbits in two websites, one hosted by a naturist called Treebeard, and the other one hosted by the United States Geological Survey. According to Treebeard, the water in a cloud weighs only 0.08 grams per liter, whereas a calculation of a USGS cloud density figure leaves a figure of 0.03964355852 pounds per cubic foot. Now, since I am a dummy, I calculated a number of my measurements using the Google search bar. It's so freaking easy, even VenomFangX himself could do it. Anyway, my next trick was to find the ratio of density between water and clouds per unit volume. The Treebeard ratio was 12,498 to 1, whereas the USGS ratio was 1,574 to 1. If we know the diameter of the Earth and the volume of the Earth, and propose that it takes 30,000 feet of water to cover Mount Everest, standing at 29,029 feet, we could use both the forward and reverse of this equation to get both the diameter and the volume of the flooded Earth. Just add 30,000 to both radii to get the diameter of the flooded Earth, and use our pi-sphere volume formula to determine the volume of the flooded Earth. Subtract the volume of the non-flooded Earth from the volume of the flooded Earth to determine the volume of water needed to flood the Earth. Multiply that figure by the larger portions of our water-cloud density ratios to determine the volumes of our clouds. Add the volumes of our clouds to the actual volume of the Earth to get the combined Earth-cloud volumes. Take those results and use the reverse of our pi-sphere volume formula to revert back into a diameter measurement. Subtract the diameter of the Earth from the combined diameters of the Earth-cloud figures and divide by 2. Remember that we are dealing with a radial measurement here, and I am a dead duck. Somebody please refute my methods, like point out a mistake, or even ridicule me if you want. That's because it took me 13 or so steps to figure out the end results, and my answers are fuck. In the form of the only gravitationally viable way that such a cloud could possibly exist, Using the Treebeard result, the troposphere, which is at most 6.2 something miles high, would need to reach an altitude of 14,239 miles above sea level. That would make the troposphere roughly 2,292 times its actual altitude. Space starts at an altitude of 62 miles, as widely accepted, and yet this cloud must extend 229.66 times, the distance where space would otherwise begin. In simpler terms, expressed especially for VenomFangX himself, the height of this cloud above sea level alone is 1.8 times the equatorial diameter of the Earth. According to the same calculations using our USGS measurements, the troposphere is only about a third of the height of our Treebeard figure. But the altitude is still incredible. It's a whopping 2/3 of the Earth's diameter. Furthermore, the troposphere would need to maintain the atmospheric temperature of Venus for that first 2,000 years to keep the water vapor afloat. Please, AKG 41470, make me look ridiculous on Actually. Please, Thunderfoot, encourage people to laugh at me, and why do people laugh at creationists? Please, Angry Little Girl, advertise me as a clown or something. Please, King Heathen, nominate me for your Dodo Award. Please, TJ the Amazing Atheist, give me the finger and tell me to peace the fuck out. Look, I did my best. I really did. I checked my results over several times, but the results I ended up with are too incredible for me to even consider myself an intelligent person. So, what can I do? This segment of BearPaw72 on YouTube was brought to you by an Earth that is older than 6,000 years old. Come and join it today. Stay tuned for video 4, where we discuss rainbows and the water cycle. This has been BearPaw72 on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Bye now.